Today on the Can-Do Kitchen, Chef Brian Vaccarella teaches us how to make a stunning Parmesan-encrusted Dover Sole. The Santa Monica Seafood Company shows us how to select a fish. Then, I attempt to treat my friend to a fancy dinner, without things getting too fishy. Hi, I'm Lynn. I'm not a chef, and chances are neither are you. But that shouldn't keep us from making great food. So I've asked some of the best chefs around to show us the tricks of the trade in their restaurant kitchens. Then we'll head home to create their gourmet meals, learning as we go. If I can do it, you can too. So join us on this delicious and delirious journey at the Can-Do Kitchen. Today, we are in the heart of hip and happening West Hollywood, California at St. Felix, where executive chef Brian Vaccarella is going to show us how to make something awesome. They're known for their sassy cocktails and delicious meals, and Chef Brian's got something up his sleeve for us to learn. Let's go. Brian!
Lynn.
So good to see you. Thank you so much for having us
Welcome
today.
to St. Felix.
Now, this is Brian. He's the chef at St. Felix here in West Hollywood. And what are we going to make today?
Today we're making a Parmesan-encrusted Dover Sole with Lemon Caper Beurre Blanc, some sauteed asparagus, and Saffron infused Israeli couscous.
So how do you really describe kind of the food you make?
The food I make, international fusion. I have a wide love of a lot of different foods. I like to draw on all those influences that I love and mix it up and create things that no one's seen before.
So what's St. Felix like on a regular night?
On a regular night, it's a colorful neighborhood. It's a little crazy. Somewhere where really anybody can come. You can have a three-piece suit, you can have a tux, you could be shorts and a tank top.
Here we are with Can-Do Kitchen, and kind of our whole goal is to empower people to get in the kitchen and make mistakes. How do you feel about that as a professional chef? Are we taking your job?
No, you're not taking my job. I need a night off. Don't be afraid. You know, that's the only way to learn how to cook and not to be afraid of the food is to actually get in and do it.
Well, I am not going to be afraid today
because
we are going to make some good fish, and I am ready to go.
Let's cook.
Great.
First thing we're going to do, Parmesan breadcrumbs.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
It's a Japanese breadcrumb. Comes already prepared like this. It's made out of a rice flour, so it's a lot lighter.
All right.
So we're going to drop it into our food processor. We're just going to pulse it. We're going to take our breadcrumbs. We're going to add an equal portion Parmesan cheese. So we got about a cup of each.
Okay, great.
We're going to give that a quick mix.
Sure. Our
last ingredient, chopped chives.
Oh!
I love my chives really, really fine.
Can I toss?
You can toss them. This is a standard breading for anything you want to do. It's always flour, then the egg wash.
Yeah.
In our case, it's Parmesan breadcrumbs. We're going to take our fish. Another key, one hand is always wet, one hand is always dry, and that way you don't get a mess going with your breadcrumbs. Just gonna bread our fish with the flour, make sure we get it really coated, shake off any excess, into the egg wash, using our wet hand. The flour is what the egg is gonna stick to. We're gonna drain off the excess egg, and into our Parmesan. I'm gonna pat it down, flip it over, make sure all the fish is very well coated.
Get those flavors on every little bite.
And
okay.
Voila. Next step, blanch some asparagus. Okay, we're gonna take our asparagus, leave it in the rubber band.
Really?
We're gonna walk over here to our pot of boiling water.
Yeah.
Into the water it goes. We're gonna remove it.
Wow, okay.
Try not to burn yourself.
Sounds like a deal.
Into the ice water it goes. Now we're moving on to get ready for our Lemon Caper Beurre Blanc, the classic French butter and wine sauce.
To make the Beurre Blanc, you'll start with shallot finely chopped and white wine.
We're looking for about a tablespoon.
Yes.
So we're gonna move over to the stove and I'm gonna show you how to make some Beurre Blanc. So we've got half a cup of wine. This is a Chardonnay.
Great.
Sauvignon Blanc would work. Pinot Grigio would work. Any
white wine?
Any white wine would work. Our shallots that we've already chopped up. We're gonna add about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Now we're ready for the butter. We're gonna put this whole block of butter in. We're actually gonna keep stirring it and emulsify the butter. And then we just keep it moving.
And so the emulsifying is it's getting all the butter into all that flavor that we created.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our last component, capers. We've got about 3 tablespoons with just a little bit of the liquid that the capers are pickled in. Just gonna put them all in there. We've got a hot pan here for our Israeli couscous. First thing we're gonna do is add some olive oil in, about 2 tablespoons. These are our chopped up onions. We're gonna saute until the onions are translucent. Now, this is Israeli couscous. We're gonna add in about 1.5 cups. I cook the Israeli couscous in what I call the risotto fashion.
Yeah, lots of stirring.
Lots of stirring. We're gonna add our white wine. We're just gonna keep stirring until it's almost dry, and then we'll be adding some water. So we're just gonna go a little bit at a time, about 1/2 cup. And now for our saffron threads. Okay, so we're gonna just let this sit on a very low heat. We're gonna let the flavor and the color of the saffron come out.
Yeah.
A lot of people have a cold couscous salad. This is gonna be a hot dish.
Nice, yum.
Next, we're gonna start with our fish. So what I tend to do is I'll lay the fish in so that if any oil does splash, it's gonna splash away from me.
Okay, splashing away.
This pan fry is gonna take about 4 minutes aside.
Okay.
The fish is really light and it's a very thin piece of fish.
Yeah.
So by the time we get a nice golden brown on both sides, we're pretty much sure that the fish is cooked.
Through.
Our fish is nearly finished. Our beurre blanc is beautiful. Our saffron couscous is buttery and velvety and yellow. We're gonna get a hot pan once again.
Okay.
Another couple tablespoons of olive oil. And we're gonna add a little bit of garlic, or a lot of garlic, depending on what you like.
I always burn my garlic. Am I heating it too high?
You're using too high of a heat.
Great.
Now
Not great, but great that I know.
Great that you know.
Yeah.
Tips are good.
Okay.
Speaking of tips, asparagus tips. This is our blanched asparagus, so it's not a raw product we're using. So really, by the time it's hot and it's got that garlicky flavor, we're good to go.
Okay.
Now we're going to add our white wine to deglaze the pan and get some of that garlic flavor back onto the asparagus.
Love it.
And now we're ready for Play-Doh.
Oh, let's do it. Any tips on plating, just to make it look good?
Make it look good. I try to balance the plate with where things are positioned. Being that we have this beautiful color, I don't want to hide it.
Oh.
Our lovely sauteed asparagus with garlic and a little bit of white wine.
Here we go.
Our Lemon Caper Beurre Blanc.
Oh, love it.
We don't want to skimp on the best part.
No.
I like to finish with a little extra Parmesan cheese.
So we know what we're eating.
And a little secret that I have in the restaurant, microgreens. These, in particular ones, micro magenta spinach.
What? No way.
It's little baby spinach.
And they grow this color?
And they grow this
Love
color.
It. Thank you so much. Got to dig in with me.
Yes.
Oh, okay, here we go. First bite. A little bit of everything?
I have to go right for the capers. I think I'm going to stick with this cooking thing.
I think it's not a bad idea. Oh my gosh. It was a really messy bite, but it was delicious. Okay. Any suggestions, any tips as I go home to cook this myself?
What I could say is each step that we did, it's a complicated dish, but each step can be done one step at a time.
Okay.
Rather than try to do what we did, cook it all at once.
Right.
The fish can be breaded up to 6 hours ahead of time. You can get that out of the way. The asparagus can be blanched and it can be left in the fridge wrapped for 3 days.
Step by step.
Step by step, and take your time. Don't cut yourself. Make beautiful food.
Thank you so much.
My
this
pleasure.
is delicious.
Next on the Can Do Kitchen, the experts at Santa Monica Seafood help me select the perfect fish to recreate Chef Brian's meal.